What's going on, dudes? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and today we're gonna cover we're gonna react actually to this news. So the news media actually cover retro gaming. I'm actually kind of surprised. So this goes to show you that there's something definitely happening. There's something definitely wrong with modern gaming to the point where like people are just going back in time, bro. People are going back in time to when things were actually good. They'd rather play with pixels. They'd rather have pixelated graphics than modern day freaking 4K, 8K graphics. This is coming from KTLA5 News. Let's go ahead and check this out. Wow. Here we go.
Hello, this is Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And make sure to subscribe to Andy Matrix's channel. Now on with the show.
From Atari to Nintendo, classic video games are making a comeback.
Rich DeMuro goes back in time to explain what's going on. Good morning.
Yeah, it's Back to the Future this morning. You know who never gets old? This guy
Mario.
right here.
Yes.
Wait, he's got a Wii U little toy. Okay.
I mean, from when I was a kid to now, this has been sitting on my desk, by the way, for about 9 years.
Okay.
So,
Oh, wow.
and it still looks just as relevant
Looks
as ever,
Why
right?
did you keep it? Did you just say to yourself, well, someday I'm going to need Mario
Yeah,
here?
I knew this day was coming. So I just
Eventually.
figured I'd leave it on my
Okay.
desk. Yeah.
Good.
Now, today's video games have amazing graphics, cutting edge consoles, and high price tags to match, but some gamers are trading all of that for old school graphics and games that come at a much lower price. Recently, I visited a used video game shop to find out why.
Let's see.
At this store, old school sounds.
All right, so the name of the place is called Arleta. I'm guessing this is in Los Angeles because it is KTLA News. I'm guessing it's Los Angeles.
Dylan Thorpe opened Retro Respawn in 2021.
Where I'm at right now.
2021? This store literally opened. This is brand new. 2021, that's 3 years ago. The store's really not that old at all. It's almost spanking new. Basically during the pandemic. So he opened a store during the pandemic. And I mean, it looks like it's doing great. And it's on the news. It's on the news. So that means he's getting way more traffic. Way more traffic.
Now is the happiest I have ever been.
Buying, selling, and trading used video games and consoles. So how much does a game like this go for?
$8.
$8?
It's mostly just because a bunch
I mean, $8 is not bad. I mean, it is a pretty old game. So
of them exist.
The former video game designer says older customers are reliving their
also he's a former video game designer. So he probably see this has to be LA because he was probably right there in Silicon Valley working for some companies, and then he opened up his own retro game store. It kind of makes sense. So
their childhood. Younger customers are influenced by social media.
They rather buy an experience that they know is going to be good, opposed to taking the risk on a new game that may not be good.
okay, right there, what he said. Let's go back to what he said. They rather pay money for an experience than to try something brand new that they might not like. Why would they be afraid of trying something new? Could it be that maybe it's inundated with something? Could it be that maybe it's inundated with certain ideologies that pisses everybody off? Oh, actually, it says right here, Southern California mountains. Okay, yeah. No. Southern California mountains. No. This is California. So this guy's in LA, Los Angeles. So yeah, younger. This is younger, basically Gen Z, millennials, maybe Gen Alpha even. They're being introduced to retro gaming because the experience is much better than modern day games that when they release they're incomplete, and you don't have to keep paying for these games. You buy them once and that's it. They're paying for an experience. Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that?
good, opposed to taking the risk on a new game that may not be good.
Nostalgia is like a rolling 30 years. You know, you're always kind of nostalgic for about 30 years ago.
YouTube creator John Reddick explores
In this case, I mean, people are nostalgic about the 2000s. Like early 2000 nostalgia is real. Like
80s nostalgia, retro gaming, and more on his channel, Gen X Grown Up.
Not only are we nostalgic for it because it's our childhood, but it was also the era where paradigm shifts took place. We went from analog to digital. We went from electronics being clunky to electronics being in your pocket. We went from vinyl to Spotify and back to vinyl because they loved it so much from back then.
yeah, people are going back to vinyl because you know Spotify is great because you have an unlimited options, but it's also good to have things in your hand. It's good to have things in your hand, you know. The problem with the problem with streaming, music streaming, video streaming, game streaming is that none of it belongs to you. So, you know.
You guys remember that?
For consoles, PS2 and GameCube sell well, so does Nintendo Switch.
Mario always sells. People love Call of Duty. Believe it or not, FIFA sells.
But overall, Pokemon is tops.
It's hard for me, honestly,
Of course, Pokemon's gonna sell the best.
keep a lot of this stuff in stock, believe it or not.
Of course, one cartridge immediately brought me right back. Many, many hours spent playing this as a kid. And that's precisely the point.
A lot of these people, again, since it's mostly nostalgia based, are buying their childhood back.
Yeah, we're buying our childhood back because modern day gaming and all these corporations, they're taking it from us, you know?
So bottom line, don't discount those games that you might have around gathering dust. You can play them or trade them. And I know I never get enough of some of those classic games, especially Tetris. And I love, and I'm sure many people do, introducing the games that I loved as a kid to the new generation, like my kids.
And does that work? Do they like them?
Yeah, they do. I mean, they always end up going back to Roblox and Minecraft, but at the end of the day, it's fun to kind of say, like, here's what we used to do.
Right.
And some of their
in the
Dad, I don't
olden
care
days.
about that.
Some of their kids are really into it. This game was this segment was actually inspired by one of my kids' friends who goes to that store. And when I heard that, I was like, wait, what? And sure enough, it's like a story is born.
Right.
Anyway, richontech.tv if you want to learn more about retro gaming, or tell me your favorite game on social media.
Very cool.
Super Mario Brothers. Always.
Always a
It's
classic.
a classic. Yeah.
Pick it up, just start playing.
Yeah. What about you, Henry?
You know what? I go back to in television. I mean, I'm going way back, the old game console. I'm older than
I don't even
I
know
go
what
back.
that is.
I go back to Pong. Okay.
Well, I go back to Pong too. That was huge back in the day. I think it was Sears that you had to go to get your Pong. And
Right.
All right. Now they're just, just kind of chatting. Okay, so yeah, wow. This actually made it in the news. This video is from a day ago. And wow, this tells you there's something seriously happening. I mean, again, this store is brand new. I'm wondering, this guy, where is he? This guy that opened the store. This guy right here that opened the retro gaming store. I'm wondering if he kind of knew what was going to happen because he opened the store during the pandemic. So did he have an idea of like what was going to happen in the future, being that he was, he was an ex-game developer. He worked in the industry. Maybe he knew, you know what? This and this is going to happen. I see gaming going down. I see, there's going to be a rising retro game. And then he opened his retro game store. It makes you think, doesn't it? It really makes you think. Wow. Because you don't just open up a store during the pandemic and expect it to do very well, right? So I think this guy maybe had an idea that, retro gaming was going to be huge, especially since, we were heading into an all-digital future. Maybe he saw the writing on the wall, man, and he profited from it. Good job, my man. Good job. By the way, the name of his store is called Retro Respawn. That's a pretty cool name, Retro Respawn. I like it. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this reaction. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. Tell me what you think. Comment below. What do you think about retro gaming? Are you in the Los Angeles area? Are you in the California area? Go and check out the store. There's actually lots of them in Texas, Houston, Texas, especially. So go ahead and check them out. It's your boy Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, baby.